She'll be the first to tell you her path wasn't smooth. Her battled fear, self-doubt, and mental physical blocks before she built the business she has today. But here's the thing. All of that made her better at her job because she knows what it feels like to be uncertain. And now she sits in the front row every single day and watches people have the moment where they realize, I'm going to be okay. I have a real plan. Today, she's here to tell you how she turned her passion into a payday. Welcome back.
Welcome to the Passion to Payday podcast.
We are your hosts, Becky Sampson and
Heather Laughter.
This is where stories turn into strategy and passion turns into profit.
Every episode, you'll hear how everyday women build real income doing what they love, and how you can too.
Turn your passions into paydays. Welcome to the show. Well, welcome everybody. Oh, let's just try this again. Here we go. We're gonna get going. There we go. Welcome to another one of the Passion to Payday, and I'm Becky Sampson. I'm your one of the hosts, and
I'm the other one, Heather Laughter.
You know what I love? I love that every time we do this, we don't have to be perfect.
Well,
and
it's good because we're not.
I know. Today's kind of been a fun day. We love bringing people on this podcast who have we've thought about this last week and a half since we started this podcast, how important this passion to payday is. You know, can you really genuinely, and there's a lot of different reasons why people turn their passions into payday. And you're going to hear from one today where it was kind of out of necessity. And it's beautiful to see what she's been able to create. So, Heather, take it away.
Well, our guest today did not walk a straight line to get here. And that's exactly why she's so good at what she does. Alicia Kishpaugh is, did I say that right? Kishpaugh is a wealth consultant and a financial strategist who helps people retire earlier and with more money using a retirement strategy that can generate up to 5 times the income of a traditional portfolio. She battled her own fear and doubt before building this business, which means she knows the difference between financial advice that sounds good and a plan that actually works. Every single day, she gets a front row seat to what it looks like when somebody finally has a real path forward. Alicia, welcome to Passion to Payday.
Woohoo!
Guys, I'm super excited.
Yay. Well, thank you. I know that you were just telling us before we started this show kind of your backstory, and we'd love for you to share with people what got you into the industry that you're in and what makes you passionate about helping people moving forward with their finances.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to share. So my husband was in the insurance industry, and my brother had joined a financial wealth consultant company, and he showed my husband, hey, this is great. You should come join me. My husband was all excited to jump on, but then he became very sick, unable to walk, think clearly, move several times, and he was in a wheelchair. And he had come in and out of that, but it wasn't enough to provide for the family. He fought for 10 years to continue to provide for our family and work through that. But eventually I had to tell him, hey, you've got to rest. This is making you sick. Yeah. And he said, hey, you can take over where I left off. And I was like, yeah, I'm a biochemist. I work with little bacteria in the dark. I don't work with people up in their face and talk to them about people and finances. And like, I get my decimals wrong. Yeah, you're joking, right? And did you notice I talk too fast? Yeah, right. And he was like, no, I think you'd be great at it. You're a people person. People love you. And I just prayed about it. And I knew I had to just jump in with both feet and figure out how to do it. I had to face my fears head on and really just go for it and learn what I needed to learn and use my background as a biochemist to figure out what I'm doing and figure out the protocols of my new job as a wealth consultant. I really had to push to go from where I was in my, scientific corporate job in order to make this into what I needed to do, provide for my family and be at home so I could care for my husband during his illness. And the illness continued. He got a blessing and now he walks today and we're really grateful for that. But cognitively, it's not all there. It's not all back. He's great. He's awesome, but he can't run a business, and I have to do that. And so it's been great to be able to.
As I always say, you get to do that, right? Because it's a blessing. You serve people in a way, and especially from the heart, and because of the struggle that you've been through, right? You were like, you know what? And some people may be able to relate to that. We have all kinds of different people, right? So, but typically husbands provide and the women stay home with the children. But you stepped in. You're like, you know what? I get to be a part of this. And be able to support as a family. And so I commend you for doing that and stepping in. What was the hardest?
Oh, you go.
Go ahead, Heather. Go ahead.
Was there I'm just curious, this is not one of your questions, but I was just curious, was there like a tipping point for you? Was there a moment when you said, oh, I really do have this, don't I?
Yeah. So my first year, I barely made teacher salary. And then the second year, I doubled that. And so that was awesome. And then within 5 years, I become top 1% of my field. So when I was able to not only replace my husband's salary in that second year, but actually be able to basically double what he was doing, I realized, hey, I don't have to do this. I get to do this. I love what I'm doing. I get to provide solutions for people, solutions they never thought were possible. Like, hey, I can work 5 years less. You know what? I can do this. I can finish my job out. I can do this. Or seeing the light bulb moment go on when they realize, hey, I have a plan and I can sleep better at night. It just really empowered me to be like, hey, I'm good at this. I can help people. And I was just really excited to be able to continue to have those light bulbs go on and be able to help more people sleep better at night, knowing that, hey, I have a plan and it's awesome and I'm excited about it. And so that really was the tipping point, was in my second year when I realized, hey, I made enough money not only to feed my family, but we're actually doing well. let's go do this. And so that just really fueled me to keep growing.
So Alicia, here's a question too. I guess we're going off script, which is totally fine. But for someone that's listening, like, what made the difference from the first year? Because some people are at this, at their own passion. Maybe they're just starting and maybe they've been doing it for a little while. But what made that double? What were some of the things that happened in your business that caused it to go from, okay, it's just barely making it, to double, like, we're doing well? Like, what was going on?
Three things. First one was just really trusting in God. I'm a religious person and realizing that he wanted me there and he wanted me to help people.
Yeah.
And realizing that he was going to provide what I needed, and just really trusting in that. The second one was not giving a care. So I'm young for being in my industry. I'm a woman. And so that's usually not who you meet with. You meet with stale and pale people, which is great. But it's new. And so I had to go into that meeting knowing that I had done my homework. So that's the third thing. So those two kind of go together. I did my homework. I knew what I was talking about. Maybe not everything. I didn't have all the answers, but what I was a subject matter expert in, I knew what I was doing. And I didn't care if anyone else in that meeting thought that they knew what they were doing. I knew what I was doing, and I had to not care about what the other person thought about me. So just rising to my own and being like, hey, I am awesome at what I do. And I may not do it perfectly, and I may not have all the answers, but I'm prepared and I'm ready for this, and not caring, hey, this client may not like me. I'll have another client. I'm going to work hard to keep doing that. So really having that I don't care what other people think about me attitude, which is kind of a cliche, but really feeling that deep inside that I can do this. This is what I was meant for.
So I know one of the things that we talk about is that confidence is a byproduct of success. Do you feel like your confidence really started increasing as you became more and more successful?
Yes. I feel that way, but I also feel like if you wait for success to happen to build your confidence, you're not going to get there. And so for my industry, and just I'm kind of a detective type of person. I like to learn, so I made sure and learn, but not learn too much. But also, I feel like failure is a byproduct, success is a byproduct of failure and that confidence. So, hey, I had my meeting and I totally failed at that, but what can I learn from that?
Exactly.
Also, I had that meeting, which means I booked it, which means I got the client in there, which means I did what it needed to do. And I was ready for that meeting. I just wasn't ready for that. But, I think that failing over and over again, having that knowledge and then just jumping in and starting to use it really built my confidence.
Awesome. I love that. Do you have an ideal client, like your very favorite people to work with?
I really like working with people who want to grow money safely. And they're like, there's got to be something other than an IRA and a Roth. Those are great instruments to use, but you're going into business with Uncle Sam. And I like to work with people who want a tax-free retirement. So I work with people that have, $1,000 a month. What do I do? How can I start building it up? To people who are like, hey, I have $500,000 a year. How do I safely preserve this and provide myself with a tax-free income later on? So my ideal clients kind of range, but people are ready to hear something different than what everyone else is saying. We use a lot of integrative strategies that other people don't have. We've created some things that are a lot different than what other people are offering in the industry. So if you just like, hey, I just want an IRA, great. I have people that can help you with that. But if you're like, hey, I really want to learn how to grow my money safely and do it faster, that's when people come to me.
I love that this is about strategy for you, right? Like every case is different. And being able to take those pieces together and then go, hey, here's all your options. And then let's see if we can strategize to maximize your wealth.
Yes. I love puzzles. That's my 3D puzzle I'm working on back over there in Notre Dame. So I love puzzles. And I may not be a biochemist anymore, but I am in a way. I'm deep diving into your situation. Yeah. What do you want? What do you want? Like, I want to be here and I'm here. How do we get there? And what people can I introduce you to? Do you need this? Do you need a trust? Do you need taxes? All of those pieces can fit in to make a well-rounded picture or plan for people. And I love being able to recommend people to specialists so they can have a trusting relationship with others.
I love that. I was wondering, and this is also not on your question list, but you mentioned that you mentioned to me anyway that you were a mom and you have a husband who's not well all the time and you have this thriving career. Could you speak to a minute about like how you balance it all? How do you juggle it all? What do you do? How do you make this work?
I don't always balance it. I drop the plate sometimes. Today I was 5 minutes late to my daughter's magic show at school, but luckily she was the last one to go, so it's okay. I juggle that, and also have ADD, which gives me time blindness and a lot of other things that make it difficult for someone to be where I'm at. Everything about a person with ADD is like, oh, when you look at the good things, I'm able to use that. So the way that I balance that is I set parameters on when I work. I do not have work apps on my phone at all. I missed my son's one soccer goal that he scored because I looked down to text someone about work. And that was not okay. That was the whole season, the only score he scored. And at that moment, I just undownloaded every work app from my phone because I'm like, there are hours that I work and there are hours that I'm mommy and there are hours that I'm a wife and a sister and all these different roles and just making sure I'm fitting those into my life and also just not looking back. So I'm like, oh, I did not do my goals correctly last week. How can I change that? Where can I set up my blocks of my time? I never skip to my calendar. I never stick to my blocks, but I do it every week anyways, because I know, okay, in this moment, what am I supposed to be doing here? And I try to keep just getting better and better. And there's some weeks I'm really good at following it. And some weeks it's like, oh, okay, well, we're going out to ice cream because I haven't seen you all week. Let's do this. So that's what I do is kind of compartmentalize my life and kind of shut off my brain from work. I can't bring that stress into my family or it's going to ruin those relationships.
So one of the things that I hear you saying, Alicia, is that learning what your priorities are and then putting boundaries around those priorities so that you can stay as balanced as possible, but not expect perfection out of yourself.
Yeah.
And I love how vulnerable you are and honest you are about the business, because a lot of people sometimes feel like I'm failing. I can't. I mean, first of all, let's just admit most entrepreneurs are ADD. Okay. Like on some level. Yeah.
That's what makes us great though, is we can actually handle multitasking isn't real, ladies. We got to be honest. It's not real. You have to do one thing at a time, right? Unless it's listening to music and just making sure and categorizing those things.
But we're also very resourceful. And I think that we learn the systems that work for ourselves, right? And when we learn those and have boundaries around them, it's so amazing. So let me ask you too, another question. What do you think would make this year your best year ever?
I want to be able to help 50 more people sleep better at night, knowing they have a plan in place to help them achieve their financial dreams. So their dream isn't just something they dream about while they're sleeping, but they wake up and they know what the course is to chart. I want to really guide them to find those puzzle pieces to put the puzzle together so they have a map for it.
I love that. I love how specific. Could you also, here's our secret question. What does passion to payday mean to you?
Passion to payday means you wake up in the morning and you're excited to go to work.
Yes.
So you wake up and you're just like, yes, I'm going to go help people. This is awesome. And I don't always have that every morning. There are some days I wake up and alarm clock goes off and I'm like, it was really bad yesterday. And some days I just crawl from my bed to the floor. And then I make it over to the bathroom. I pull myself up. I'm like, okay, we're going to just do this. Here we go. That's where affirmations and things come in. But I think passion to payday really means waking up and being excited about what you do most of the days, right? And at the end of the day, you're like, I actually changed people's lives, and that matters to me. And now I get to go help change my family's lives. And the people I interact with are changing my life. Their success stories, using the strategies I'm helping them with, their success stories, fill my life also. And I love it.
I love that you just brought up something else that we talk a lot about is the ripple effect.
Yes.
So as you're doing you and what you are called to do to help people, it's then allowing them to be their best self and to be secure in their financial world and gives them confidence to do whatever it is that they're called to do as well. I love that. Oh, well, awesome. Let me put your banner on to let people know where to reach you. They can go to wealthprotectguides.com. And you've also got, I think we have got all your different contact information in the show notes, so they can check that as well. But thank you so much, Alicia, for coming on.
Thanks, it's been fun.
Yeah, it was fun to meet you a couple weeks ago. And then we also went to lunch. But I love being able to support women who are literally living their passion. And thank you for stepping up and getting into that role in supporting your family and your husband. I love that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys.
Absolutely. And also, just so everybody, Heather, you want to tell them about our masterclass that's going to be coming up? I don't know where.
We are doing a live masterclass. It is absolutely free. We would love to have you join us. It's Friday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The QR code up there is over there. Okay. Over there is we know it flips on us. We just don't, we do this.
And now.
And in the show notes is also a link. And if you're not quick enough on that, or just reach out to one of us, and we'd love to have you join us.
Yep. Awesome. Our masterclass is going to be teaching you how to turn your passion into payday. So thanks so much for joining us today, and we will see you on the next show.
Awesome. Goodbye, ladies.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Passion to Payday podcast.
If you're overwhelmed, spinning your wheels, and not seeing the income you want, there's a good chance you're undercharging for what you do.
We're going to change that. So join us live at our upcoming virtual event, May 13th through 15th, where together we'll build your high ticket offer so your passion finally pays you back.
Save your spot today,
because your passion deserves a payday.